What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex Costa. Today's video is a fun one. I've been wanting to do this for a while because you guys see my Instagram now, you see my YouTube now, and I get a lot of messages saying, how did you get so stylish? You know, how did you learn how to talk about fashion or how to dress yourself? And let me tell you, it hasn't been like that for a long time. All right, I had to learn, I had to fail, I had to make many embarrassing mistakes. So that's what I'm gonna be talking to you guys about today. My biggest style mistakes that I've ever made. Now, before I start the list of embarrassing mistakes that I've made and show you all of the photos that will, you know, for sure be used as memes for a long time, I just wanna say that my special project with 100 Thieves is out now. Nate Shot and I hosted the show Boost, which is a series in which we give gamers a huge transformation. We basically style them in something that they would never normally wear, but trust me, it looks awesome in the end, and I can't wait for you to watch this. And by the way, this was like a whole production, all right? We probably had like 20 to 30 people working on these videos and the show itself. So it would mean the world to me if you went there right now, go over there, leave a message saying, you know, Alex brought me here, or whatever you want to say. The first episode with Fusli came out a few weeks ago, and now probably the most anticipated episode with JHB is live on the 100 Thieves channel. We went all out with this one. He's such a cool guy, but we all know that he needed, you know, he was a little awkward. He needed a little push sometimes. So we gave him what I thought were great tips, you know, in a new wardrobe. I mean, you have to watch it. It looks amazing. And at the end of the episode, we do a professional photo shoot with this person that we're transforming, in this case, JHB. And when I say that we get him out of their comfort zones, I really mean it, you know, because they really are put in front of a bunch of people and cameras, so it's really different for them. I honestly had a blast shooting this episode 2 of Boost with Nate Shot and JHB, so I hope you guys have fun watching. I'm leaving a link to it right here, and in the description of this video is the first link below. Now, let's get on to my embarrassing mistakes. All right, the first one, it has to be the chin strap. I went through a phase where I would just leave a tiny little chin strap. It was like as thin as I could possibly get it. I would do it myself. I didn't get it done professionally. I would just literally sit there in front of the mirror and just try to get that line as thin as possible to connect from my sideburns all the way around my jaw and to my chin. I don't know why. It was just kind of like some guys had it on TV and it was somewhat trending, and I did it. Looking back now, it just looks so stupid. It looks like you're trying to frame your face. Good times though, good times. I went to my prom with a chin strap and I have photos of that, and you know, you make mistakes, you take photos, you look at them later and you're like, yeah, I tried something. You know, it wasn't the best one, but I tried. The next mistake that I made, actually, speaking of photos and professional photo shoots, is taking way too many photos doing this with my hands, or this, or I don't even know, like, why do I have so many photos of me just doing dumb things like that? You know, I don't know why. It's just funny looking back now and I'm like, what? Why did I pose like that? What was I trying to do? What does this mean? You know, what does this mean? So the thing is, like, taking photos, it's not easy, right? I get it, it takes practice. A lot of you guys ask me, hey, Alex, how do I take photos? Like, I don't really know how to take Instagram photos. How do you pose, right? I'm pretty good at it now, but it's my job. Back then, I had no idea what to do. I had no idea how to pose. I had no idea how to take photos. So I would do something with my hands because it feels awkward when you're in front of a camera and you just don't know what to do with your hands. Like, what do you do? Right, so I think this was my, like, I know what to do with my hands pose, but really, it's just not very good. So highly recommend you don't do this, all right? Find something else to do with your hands. Do this, be holding something. That's the best thing that you can do, is literally use a prop, right? A phone, whatever. Hold something, because that's easy. I have a whole series on my Instagram and TikTok on different poses that guys can use, and I think they work really well. I think, honestly, if there's something that you want to do with your hands, like this, that, this, don't do it. I would rather you just keep your hands low, you know, hold them down here by your waist, or your, like, honestly, put them in your pockets. That's totally fine. That's much better than doing something like this. Don't do what I did. The next mistake, and it's funny because I wrote these down like probably like 3 weeks ago, and now I was reading them and I was like cracking up, because it's just, you know, going back into, like, it's like a time machine, going back into that time, and I thought I was so cool. I had double, you know, diamond earrings, and they were like pretty thick at the time, like wearing the big diamond studs, or I had the actual like big diamond earrings, and it was just, I thought it looked cool. But looking back now, again, it's one of those things that definitely did not look as cool as I thought it would. In general, earrings are pretty tough to style. I think now we're having like a resurgence, like guys are wearing earrings again. And when I say guys, I don't mean like every guy or most guys. I mean like there's, you know, a select, like the TikTok e-boys, or it's like a thing again to have the big dangly earrings. And it's fine, that's just a trend. It'll come and go as usual. But most guys don't wear earrings, and most guys don't really look good in earrings. And I think I was one of those guys that I thought I would look good wearing 2 earrings, and I was like, I thought I looked good, and it just didn't. It really didn't look good. I still have this one pierced. I could wear earring on this one if I wanted to. This one closed, it's shut, which is good. But this one, I mean, you can still tell that I had an ear. I think by now you guys realize that back then I was literally just trying things out. There wasn't, you know, a person on YouTube telling me what was cool, what was trending. It was TV, it was some movies. So I would see things and I would try them out, but you know, the reality is it just didn't look very good. But I really loved that time in my life because I experimented. I tried something new, right? I really did. I went out of my way to get like spiky hair and the chin strap and the earrings, and it looked weird. But you know what? I learned how to use hair products. I learned how to trim my beard properly. That was all like me experimenting and trying new things. So I really appreciate that time of my life. And fashion was the same, you know? So when I tried new things, I mean, looking back now, it looks horrible. Like for example, my next big style mistake was wearing huge pants that sagged down, you know, under my butt. And I would just have to keep pulling them up. But that was a trend at the time. And it's just, I don't know why it was ever a trend. It never looked good. It wasn't really comfortable. It wasn't practical. So, you know, looking back now, I'm like, why the hell was I ever wearing that? That makes no sense whatsoever. And nowadays, I still see some guys wearing those saggy pants, and I can see their underwear, you know, their whole asses out. I'm like, what are you doing? So I don't know why people still do that. It is not comfortable. It does not look good. So if you wear saggy pants, just get a belt or get pants that fit you. So going back to what I was saying earlier about experimenting with my looks, I think my next biggest mistake, honestly, was that I didn't start experimenting early. You know, I started experimenting with my hair and the chin strap and all that probably in my 20s, early 20s. I would say probably like 19, 20. And that was too late. I think I really wish that I experimented more in high school, that I tried new things in even middle school, right? Just because I was like wearing all generic fashion, just very basic. My hair was the same through, you know, elementary school and middle school, all the way up to high school. So I really wish that I tried new things earlier. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I love doing what I do here on YouTube, because I want you guys to try new things. I want you guys to step out of your comfort zone, to try something new, because you never know. Sometimes you might end up with a chin strap. Other times you might end up with a great looking beard and you just hit jackpot, all right? Another experiment that I had around then when I was like 19, 20 was with spiky hair, and that is my next biggest style mistake. Honestly, the spiky hair, it just didn't look good. It looked really greasy because I used gel, first of all. So back in the day, gel was the thing. You know, I used to get the huge tub of gel for like $5 at CVS and then just put all of it on my hair, and that was not ideal. It just looked super greasy. It was really hard to the touch. You can't really run your fingers through your hair like I can do now. Yeah, there's hold in my hair, but I can move it around, change it, and then it literally just goes right back. With the gel situation, it didn't look good. And I had this hairstyle where it would just be kind of very tight here in the bottom, and then it would just come out and start getting spiky from the sides all the way to the top. And every time I went to my barber, I would say, all right, I'm getting it again. It's the torch, because it literally looks like a torch. And I don't know why. It wasn't a good idea. I had that hairstyle probably for like a year and a half. And then I let my hair grow a little bit longer, and I stopped doing that, thankfully, because it was not a good hairstyle. But at least I tried. This next mistake is less of a style mistake and more of a lifestyle mistake, I think, and just an aesthetic mistake in general. Nowadays, I see where I went wrong, but back in the day, I thought that bulking up and getting massive and muscular and super big was a thing to do. That was like the thing to do for me. I'm gonna get big. I don't care about definition. I just wanna be big. I wanna put on a t-shirt and I wanna look massive, right? So I did that. I was eating a lot. I was working out a lot, lifting super heavy, didn't care about stretching, didn't care about my health really. I just wanted to look a certain way. And that was a big mistake. You know, as you get older, you realize that what's important is obviously your health first. That's number one. And then aesthetic, you know, that's a second thing. And nowadays, even looking at aesthetic, that wasn't it. you know, being super big, that wasn't it. You might look okay in a t-shirt, but you're not healthy. You actually have somewhat of a gut, you're not super defined. So it takes a lot for you to be big and defined and maintain that kind of shape for, you know, on the day-to-day basis. It's really difficult. You guys that work out and you have your whoops and you track everything, you know. So I just wanted to bulk up and be big, and I did. And as you can see in these photos, you know, I was pretty big. I achieved my goal. It just didn't look as good as I thought. So nowadays, I have a completely different aesthetic. You know, I'm in my 30s. I just want to be healthy. I want to be lean. Of course, I want to be muscular, and I want to be able to show some muscles, but I don't want to be that big again. It just did not feel good on my body, on my frame. I want to know from you guys what your biggest style mistakes have been up to now, like so far, because I know you guys have made some mistakes. For sure you have. Don't be embarrassed. Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear it. And of course, make sure to click that first link below. Go watch the second episode of Boost by 100 Thieves. Nate Shot and I had such a good time shooting that, and I cannot wait for you guys to see. There's more episodes coming. We've already shot them, so I'm pumped. You know, I've always wanted to do a makeover show, and this wasn't a makeover show. This was more of just like a transformation, which is even cooler. So go check it out. It's the first link in the description below. You can also find me on TikTok, Instagram. It's all at Alex Costa. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon.